weekend. Doggy's out, Clay's out, guinea pig and rabbit. We put in a little pen for a little bit. It's really small, but we have lots of pens, but they're happy to be together in there. And Clay's working on
more
gardening. He's got his dirt mixer going. It's actually a cement mixer. That's our horseradish. It makes a beautiful bush. So we had to clean out buckets from last year that were just, we had them for a little bit. They're cracking and old, and getting new ones. He's got some tomatoes planted already.
Well, some of these are 4 years old.
Yeah.
Some of these rubberized ones are cracking a little bit. But not bad. Not as bad as them plastic ones, light plastic. The sun deteriorated them. So I'm getting them sorted, at least for this season.
Got his little work table here going. Show them, so in case you're new, don't understand what the gardening that Clay does.
It's cut a hole in the bottom of the bucket. You put the net cup in there, which these are a net cup. You can get them in off eBay or out of a hydroponic store. All they are is a little basket cup. You cut the hole to the size of the cup you got. These are 3-inch. You can use 2-inch or 3-inch. Doesn't matter. And what you do is you fill this little net cup. You take potting soil and you pack it right full once it's in the bucket. Take and pack the potting soil right into the cup. And then you can put any dirt you want on the top, any mixture, your mixture or whatever. You can get garden soil. And then you take an eave gutter. You go to Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever. Take a 2x4 on both sides of it, screw it in there. Make sure it's level. And then your bucket's set right on top of the 2x4s, and the net cup sets down into the trough. Fill the trough with water, and it keeps, see how nice it, we've had 4 days without rain. Look how nice and moist that dirt is.
It has been hot too.
Yeah, and it hasn't dried out. As long as you keep watering them troughs, you'll have, I've got cucumbers, tomatoes, and these are cherry tomatoes, which are going to move down on the other end so that we don't get cross-pollination between the tomatoes. And you just make sure your trough's full, and every once in a while you come out and pick a couple of weeds off the top. And
there's hardly any weeding.
I think I weed maybe twice a year, twice a season.
That's why we do it. There's hardly any weeding.
And you don't bend, you're standing up to do it, or you can take a chair and bring it. That's what I do. I bring a chair out and I set and I move it from bucket to bucket.
You can see where he's standing, where it comes up to him.
Comes up to my waist.
And he has a couple blocks underneath it to raise it up because, you know.
You have to level it up, so.
Yeah.
But you don't have the problems with the rabbits chewing your plants off. You don't have cutworms that cut your tomato plants down to nothing. You don't have any of that problem. And if you want, you can always take some earthworms and sprinkle it in each bucket so that they can burrow down in the bucket. That helps keep the root systems light and where the water and the air can get to them. And by the end of summer, they'll be way up here, and I'll be picking tomatoes standing up. I don't have to bend, hurt my back. I'm 60. I don't need to hurt my back anymore than I do now. So this will give you an idea what we do.
And we're in the middle. Well, right now we're in the middle of we moved our bees for the electrician.
But I put a blue tarp down. Probably a little better over here because I got leaves in there. Put a blue tarp down, keeps the weeds down. There's no rototilling. All you have to do is mow around the outside, or weed eat around the outside.
Or put your guinea pig and rabbit out every day.
Let them eat it off. Actually, you should be doing that right over top. Half on the grass and half on the tarp, and let them eat it. Let them eat it right down.
You guys having some lunch? Everybody has a job, right?
Yeah.
If they're not making money, they're doing something. He's the guard dog. He's sitting. And there's the dirt. So people are vacationing
ready
near
to
us.
enjoy their weekend.
Somebody has a little boat out there. They're getting ready to go out. Our grapes are coming in. Look at our trees are bushed out over there. Lots of birds are hanging out. I'm going to work up there. I'm halfway working on my blog, doing laundry and dishes today.
I'm putting in some peppers.
So he's working on
Not bell peppers. These are Cubanelle. They're a longer pepper than a bell pepper, but they're a sweet pepper. They're not a hot pepper.
Yeah.
I wanted some Hungarians or banana peppers, sweet bananas, but I can't find them. I can get them at Lowe's, but they want $3 and $4 a piece for them. I'm not paying it.
Yeah,
I'm a bit of a cheapskate when it comes to my vegetables. I'll plant them myself for that.
we got a lot to do, but we just started, and this week has been like a week of all kinds of things happened during this vacation that just kind of held us back. We're not going to get into it all, but let's just say a little bit overload here. So we didn't get half the things we wanted done, but that's life. He does not like cats, the dog. Well, he likes them, but that's the problem. He likes them. He sees the cats coming over through the hedge, the stray cats, and he wants to chase them. He's looking for them. Did you see any cats out there today? We have 3 cats of our own, but he looks for visitors.
This is so much easier than doing it with the rake and shovel.
Yeah, he got this at Lowe's for his birthday. It's a cobalt it's a cement mixer, right? Well, a couple years ago we got it.
I got it last year because I was using a rake and a shovel and a hoe to mix all this dirt.
Pretty cool. I'm gonna walk over here and look at the bushes for a minute. Now guys, I gotta talk to you guys about a couple stuff here. You gonna fill that up?
No, I gotta do the next one.
Okay. Dog's over there eating grass. Okay guys, couple little things I'm gonna talk to you guys about, just, you know, to keep you in the know. Clay's gonna retire next year, and we do have concerns about medical bills, but we're gonna figure it all out, you know, so pray for us for that. But we're also changing up some things a little bit, and we're trying to keep things as simple as we can and easy as we can for you guys. And so one of the things that kind of prayed about it, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, look at this is the goju. It's flowering. Isn't that beautiful? I don't think I've seen a goju flower yet. These take a long time to come on, but look. But anyway, we are going to start a Patreon, and just in case that's something you feel like you want to help support the channel. And basically what we would do with the funds would be to buy things for the farm that would help show you guys more and more things and how to do things and that type of thing. And absolutely no pressure, pray about it and that type of thing, to see, you know, if that's something you feel you want to do. No pressure. That's just, we haven't started the Patreon yet, but we do have, and I'm starting to put it down, just an address that you can send if you want to even send us a note, a letter, you want to send us something you made, or just whatever. And you know, it doesn't have to always be financial. It can just be, hey guys, just want to let you know I'm praying for you, or I made this crocheted hat and I thought you might enjoy it. It could be anything. It could be, you know, but we wanted to give you guys the opportunity to be able to get a little closer to us. And, you know, and of course we're going to try to do a little closer in the Patreon. I'm looking into that more. I don't really want to do anything exclusive for those that sign up for Patreon, because I don't know how that's going to work out. I have to look into it and see what the rules are and stuff. But what I'm just hoping is basically that anyone that feels led. But on the other side, you can also just send direct to us anytime with the mailing address we left below. But that's just because we should walk in wisdom, and just like PBS, you know, we try to be wise. But that's, as far as everyone, we're always free, always want to be free. That's just, you just feel that's something you want to do. But no pressure. We treat everybody the same, and you're all valuable and special to us. And there's times I felt led of the Lord to do something, and there's times that I didn't, and you know, that's that. But I did want to let you know that we're going to be starting some of those types of things on our channel, but like PayPals, or you know, we'll figure it all out. But just so you guys are aware, and also too that you know our heart is just to walk in wisdom. And you know, and sometimes it's just like, sometimes there might be people that like, oh, I'd love to see Clay do this and this and this, but we'd love to do it too, but maybe we just can't afford it. But together we figure that, you know, we want you guys to be a part of what we do. So definitely, if that's something you feel like you want to get involved. Didn't mean to rant on and on and on, but in order to share my heart, I had to kind of do that. So no pressure either way, as always. And actually, I'll be honest with you, I think everyone should do that on their channel. So I hope you follow our example. And I don't want to be like what they call an e-bagger. There's a bee in my hair. I don't want to be an e-bagger, but I do think that you don't have to beg. You can just be honest with people and just let them know and leave it at that. And I don't know why I'm going to share this, but I'm going to, because I just feel that maybe I should say this. And I'm not saying this to be an e-bagger. So, you know, just so you know. But a couple years ago, we actually went off. I don't know if you guys remember when Clay got really sick with his diabetes. We actually just turned the channel off for a while because we couldn't have internet or anything, because, you know, our finances, you know, we were paying, like, every time we went to the doctors, it was like $50, and he had to go to the doctors every single day because they couldn't perform surgery on him. So that's where stuff like that can come in handy in an emergency like that. But we're not in that situation right now. Clay's taking his diabetic shots. I'm doing some things I have to do. And we both take medication that without insurance is probably over $1,000 for each of us a month or more. I should say more, because I know I take a few of them. I think mine are like 1,000 and something, and his are one of them is 700. So maybe that's too much information, but it's stuff that we absolutely have to have. And like I said, but these are our situation. Let's put it, you know, it's not your problem. So it's not, you know, like I said, about e-bagging. And I don't want you to ever feel sorry for us or whatever, because God is our source and not people. And God takes care of things. But I did feel like there's probably a lot of you out there like me, I'm rocking, that maybe you are kind of, you know, having the same thoughts, like maybe you want to do more, but you hate to say, hey everybody, come help me out. But in the same sense, you don't really want to ask. And I think the attitude is always, always, always. Just pray about it and don't do anything until you actually hear from God, because, how do I put this? Some people, they'll just beg and tell you their sob story, and they have more than you do. And here you are, struggling and trying to be the nice guy. So I know I've had money, I've been rich and I've been poor, and I learned through my life to just don't open those purse strings unless you feel led, because everybody will beg and beg and beg. And so that's kind of the heart that I want to share. And I would feel horrible if people did that just because they felt like, you know, oh, Ruthie and Clay are in a bad shape, because, you know, we pay our bills and everything is good. But we just, you know, we just keep ourselves and walk in wisdom. And that's what I want you guys to learn from example from us. Walk in wisdom, and you should do the same for your channel, because remember what I said about the time Clay had that emergency. You should always provide a way for your followers to help you if they, you know, if they feel that they're getting value from your channel, so that, you know, because you can kind of be cheating them if you don't at least let them know that, you know, that opportunity is there. And even if you have a big channel, everyone has a different situation. Some people may be struggling to make a meal. Other people maybe have a big channel, but maybe they want to buy $1 million equipment. And, you know, what I'm saying is you just, and it's not wrong or right. It's just, if you pray, then you don't make mistakes. That's how I feel about it. Then you don't get talked into stuff. One time I had, I'm not going to even name the place because I don't want to be disrespectful, but one time I had a Christian organization call me on the phone. I know I'm ranting, but I think this, I want you guys to hear my heart. They called me on the phone. They said, our ministry needs so much money. And I said, okay, I'll pray about it. They said, but we need it now. I said, well, if God wants me to do it, he'll put a fire under me. So I've given a lot in different things. I don't want to get, like I said, I don't want to get too many you know, details. And I've also had to receive, which is very humbling. But I just think, like I said, all of us, every single one of you should consider getting an Etsy shop, doing a PayPal, getting a P.O. box, getting a Patreon, something that helps to support your channel for the sake of your followers and just for the day-to-day stuff. And like I said, it doesn't have to be, like I said, it's more of a tip jar. It's not a thing like send me $1 million. It's more of a, hey, if you're thinking about me and you want to buy me a cup of coffee, or maybe somebody wants to just send you something. Like I like to crochet, and maybe I'd want to just send you something, but I don't even have a way to do it because I don't know how to reach you. So, you know, think of yourself like a PBS. You know, look at what those people are doing and doing that for yourself. And I think it's better not to ask for $1 million. I think it's better if, or, you know, $1,000. I mean, it's nice if people do things like that, but for the most part, I think, to be honest with you, $1, $2, just enough to say, hey, I'm thinking about you. That's a nice thing to do, but don't get, like I said, don't get yourself into these things where, you know, you're, you know, expecting people to buy a bunch of stuff from you, because honestly, that, like I said, God can use the Patreon and things like that, or he can use a neighbor down the street, you know, whatever. But anyway, I ranted enough about it. I hope you understand my heart about it. And I really hated to share this, but I also feel that it's foolish not to, because I've been on both sides of the track, and I just feel that as our channel is growing, we want you guys to come with us. So, you know, just keep this in mind, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.